your Alaska Link weather for Juneau and Southeast.
We are ending off the week on an active note as we watched our first wave bring us back to some rain chances as we stepped into our Wednesday, continued some of that scattered activity for Thursday, and now the next front is moving in here for our Friday. It is a stronger front. It is going to lead to some times of those gusty winds as well as rain to snow showers, even noting some winter headlines in place for Haines and Skagway, but noting accumulation that could even exceed 6 inches. Now we will see that front and area of low is going to linger into early next week, allowing for some hit or miss activity and keeping us with some gray skies. But then we are noting that there is a bulk of a few dry days with some bright skies that will usher in some slight cooling, but not looking out of the ordinary for March. Now, as we head here into our Friday, high tide is at 6:25 in the morning and then again at 8:37 into the evening. We will note that the daytime is going to include that next wave pushing in, so we see a slight increase there into those southeasterly winds that keeps our temperatures there steady around the 40s. Now, majority of the precipitation for the Juneau area will be those rain showers, especially with that southerly flow keeping us a bit more mild. But we will note that southerly flow is a bit gusty, especially early in the morning hours. Are we noting the strongest of the winds as that front falls across the panhandle? We'll note that is where we have those moderate upticks of that rain to snowfall accumulation. We'll note that as we roll through much of our Friday, do we keep that potential of those moderate downpours? By end of day, we start to see that breakup of that strongest push, but we will continue to see rounds of that scattered hit or miss activity in place there still for Saturday, and may even continue those chances into our Sunday, Monday for some communities, especially to the south. So as we look at precipitation accumulation, we note that the southern regions do have those higher reflectivities as the potential of holding on to some of that precipitation a bit longer and being a bit windier is in place. Now, getting to 2 inches is the maximum that would be, but we are noting that we're at least bringing into some of those efficient downpours. We also know that there is that snowfall potential. We are seeing that Haines and Skagway again are underneath some winter headlines with snowfall accumulation that could create some of that slow travel, especially difficulty with visibility during some of those moderate snow showers, as well as seeing changing precipitation types that can lead to also more of that difficulty. Now, not going to see much of that daylight for our Friday, but we have daylight in that 7 days. We are sitting at 11 hours and 9 minutes of daylight. Temperatures are just gripping onto those 40s. We see a little bit of that cooler air trying to seep its way in for our northern regions, but we don't get that push of that cold air, as we'll even see that Saturday with that lingering low. That southeasterly flow continues to keep our temperatures into those 40s, even returning back to the 40s there for Haines and for Yakutat. And then we will start to see that these chances are going to continue to fall apart Sunday into Monday, and then starting Tuesday, that is where we're expected to turn to some of those brighter skies where we will see our high temperatures fall to the 30s.